taking a peek at the latest show, Just Got Harder. I'm Sheldon Neal, and I'll have that story coming up.
In other news, it's day 5 of the strike by heavy equipment operators in the city. Day 5 of big construction projects on hold. The CBC's Sheldon Neal has the latest.
Jim Lyons, executive director at the Heavy Construction Association of Windsor, had few words to say today.
We were trying to find out,
I'm not giving you any comment.
The International Union of Operating Engineers filed bargaining and bad faith charges against the Heavy Construction Association of Windsor. The charges were filed with the Ontario Labour Relations Board. The workers are on strike. The issue, worker pay. And these workers did have something to say.
what would you guys want in your own terms?
In our own terms, fair hours and fair wages.
Construction projects across the city remain delayed. Engineers say there is no other way to get projects done with the strike going on. In short, no plan B.
We have contracts with the contractors who've won the tenders and done the work, so there's not too many plan Bs you can bring in. They're all part of the same union.
Senego says the settlement reached for workers' pay may affect how much contractors will charge the city for work done on future projects. Depending on the quote, it may force the city to shop around.
There's competition for those bids, so I think we'll see them still in the same range, but until the work stoppage, we'll know for certain.
Work done on the Windsor-Essex Parkway project, with some of its own workers on strike, will focus elsewhere.
Some of the planning with ongoing maintenance, we're trying to get in a position to seed some of the stockpiles.
But for now, the strike on the streets will continue.
We're in it for the long haul if we have to be.
The Union of Operating Engineers wants a hearing right away without a mediator. The hearing is set for next week in Toronto. Sheldon Neal, CBC News, Windsor. The debate over the naming of school clubs continues. I'm Sheldon Neal, and I'll have the local reaction tonight.
We haven't heard the last of Al Magny's credit card spending. The government decides. The CBC's Sheldon Neal has that story.
The provincial government introduced amendments to the proposed anti-bullying bill. If passed, the legislation will force Catholic boards to accept the student use of the word gay in gay straight alliance clubs.
If we are able to secure the passage of that amendment, I feel confident that it will significantly allow students to have a voice.
Windsor-Essex Catholic Board Chair Barbara Holland says it's not about politics, but about the students, and the board will be rolling out a program in September.
That is the Social Justice Equity Club. That's where they can bring their concerns, where they can be heard, where they can do so with an adult present to provide an additional level of safety and also continuing support.
The club will be mandatory in all schools and will be facilitated by a teacher. Holland says the board has no plans of including the word gay in club names.
We are sticking with our policy, which is Social Justice Equity Clubs.
But Martha Daniels, president of Windsor Pride, says it's not enough.
They need to be named what they are, gay, straight alliances, so that all students can feel safe and feel that they have a place to go for support and care and understanding.
Daniel says it's not about tying the hands of the Catholic board, but rather standing up for what's right.
What is right cannot be trumped by someone else's belief. My rights do not end where yours begin. We have equal rights.
Amendments to the anti-bullying bill will be brought to the House tomorrow for debate, with a vote possible next week. Sheldon Neal, CBC News, Windsor.
We have more on yesterday's scare in Toronto involving an Air Canada jet. Debris from the plane's engine fell to the ground. The plane thankfully landed safely. Stephen D'Souza.
Grace Watch continues. The mortgage holder and city administration are at odds. Find out why tonight.
No money, no construction. I'll have more on the delay that's holding up construction sites across the city. I'm Sheldon Neal, and I'll have that story coming up.